How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, first and foremost, I'd like to thank T. Maxie for sending me the link for what I'm about to present to the royal family. So, my royal family, as usual, another black person. Another. But this particular black person is a black man. Someone has called the police on him, and it is usually the white woman. Remember, I keep saying, my royal family, there is a reason why I continue to repeat myself. I said they're not going to get cold on this at all. All the unquote hypervia this summer, and summer is pretty much over, we've been seeing a rash of phone calls, but mainly it's the white woman that's making that call. Y'all know what I said over there on Black Junction TV. I got a whole video about who gonna get this RAF, who is getting this RAF as I speak. Now y'all can see that it is a bit of a long video because anytime y'all send me a link, I do deep research. I give you the best presentation that I can give the royal family. So I have a bit here that I'm going to read to set up how all of this went down. Now they have dubbed her Golfcart Gail. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about these names that they are dubbing these people that call the police on us, and I'm in agreement with that. And y'all, some of y'all already know what I'm talking about. But anyway, here we go. A white woman in a golf cart nicknamed Golfcart Gail by internet users went viral in a video when she did call the cops on a black man watching his child play soccer. The soccer field, and was recorded by one of the children's mother, Ginger Gore Williams, which is a white woman. She wrote in her Facebook caption, "A parent at my son's soccer game had the police called on him for cheering for his son during the game." For cheering for his son during the game. Apparently, the event occurred after the father had yelled that the ref was right to his visibly frustrated child during the game. At that point, Golfcart Gail came over to the father to tell him that harassment will not be tolerated, even when he insists he was only encouraging his son. She continued to harass him and told him she would not tolerate his threatening behavior. Really? So, let me see what else I have here. So anyway, in the video above, Gore wrote in part, "Shame on you, Golfcart Gail, for what you did to this man and to the children who had to see this. Can you imagine how afraid his child must have been to see this happening? Do you know how quickly in America a situation can go wrong? You probably don't care, Golfcart Gail, because you have the privilege of not caring. Thank you to the officer who did respond for listening to everyone and making sure the situation was dissolved safely. So long as this shit continues to happen, I will continue to speak out against it. Black Lives Matter. Don't ask me again why I take a knee." All right. So, much appreciated that we have to have white people who are willing to stand up in our favor, because trust and believe, my royal family, if that would have been a sister doing this filming and talking to the police officers, it would not have ended in that fashion, and you'll fully understand. And you will also hear the officer say they can call the cops for anything they want to call the cops on. That came out of the pig's mouth, and I'm glad that he said it. See, on top of this, they are not going to encourage their own to stop calling the police on us, because they're not sure, and this might be an opportunity to lock us up, because, you know, we might have some outstanding warrants, or however the cop may be feeling that day, blowing our fucking brains out. So basically he is letting his folks know, y'all on code, stay on code. So he did not like what the lady had to say that filmed all of this incident. All right, my royal family, let's get into it. And I'll just play these 4 videos back to back. One video I'm going to play is a little over 4 minutes. The volume is a bit low. Hopefully y'all can pick up on everything that is said.
What I didn't do anything.
It's the latest encounter of questionable behavior. A field marshal at a youth soccer game calling 911 after she says parents got out of hand, including this father who yelled instructions to his son during the match.
She thought I was yelling at the ref, so she came over. And I'm like, ma'am, I was not.
Gerald Jones says he was profiled and singled out after another parent became unruly.
It's racism that is here, and when will it end?
She's calling the cops
After
on
the
everybody.
confrontation went viral, league officials said the marshal was doing her job.
I have parents that are out of control and need to be removed from a youth soccer game.
Tonight, some say this is another example of police being called on African Americans for doing the mundane.
I live here, you're blocking the door.
Dearian Toll says Hillary Thornton unjustly stopped him from entering his own apartment building, while she says she was following safety rules. Thornton was asked by Fox affiliate KTVI what it feels like to be called a racist.
Absolutely false and heartbreaking. And those are words that truly cut deep.
Back in Florida, soccer officials insist the field marshal acted appropriately and without malice. The video, they say, is an incomplete narrative, but it's a narrative many say they live every day. ABC News.
This is getting kids killed.
All right, let's continue on.
And watching them, I'm gonna restart it over. They had a bad call with my son, and I told him, I said, hey, the ref is right, always right, because I'm always talking. And I said, hey, and that's it. She thought I was yelling at the ref, so she came over. And I'm like, ma'am, I was not. She told me, what you? I said, no, ma'am, I was talking to my son, nobody else. And I said, well, I wanted you to reiterate that. I said, no, ma'am, I was only talking to my son, and that's it. But she kept going. I'm like, ma'am, I'm done with it. Then she's like, well, that's the way you feel. You can just leave it. I just called the police. I'm like, well, what I did? I didn't do anything. Listen, I play by the rules. I know how sports are, and that's all I did. How's your son? He's good. Okay. He's playing. Is he still playing? Yes, sir. Good deal. Good deal. And she leave. Hey, I was talking to the lady because the guy she put out earlier, I took responsibility of that kid. And I said, when the game is over, we'll get the kid and we'll bring him wherever you at. And then and when I went back, I told the other parent, I said, bring my son and bring Seth because we have to leave. Okay. That was it. Nothing else was said. If she thinks something else was said, you can answer. Let me just bring out right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And actually, it was exactly how it started. Yeah, I had to connect to the body. So I'm sitting there watching. Calls are going on, and all of a sudden I see the gentleman jump up and run over towards the field in a loud voice. My job is to make sure the referee's there. So I go over, and he does. He says, I said nothing to the referee that was talking to my son. And it's okay. And I went on to just try to explain, hey, you know, we're trying to make sure everything, thank you, you know, I'm glad. And then he just got, like, nasty with me. You know, I'm not talking to you anymore. You know, we're done with this.
What do you say was nasty?
My phone. And I'm like, and he's like, I just said, thank you. I said, my job is to make sure that you're not talking to
3186, 39. You can go to the
there's another mom out there. How you doing?
Okay. Find out what she knows and what she wants.
No, I just want to make sure this man is safe. Period. This situation, from this entire situation, from everything.
I'm not going to do anything to him. We know each other. We done introduced each other and talked.
Great, great.
Okay.
I don't understand why this woman felt the need to call the police on this
Anybody
man.
can call the police at any time for any reason. We'll respond. We'll talk to them. And I'm sorry, are you on your phone?
Absolutely.
No. I didn't want to interrupt you if you were talking.
Oh no, I'm not. I am recording.
Okay. Well,
I've never in my life seen anything like this happen to somebody. The gentleman before him, absolutely rude, screaming. This man said, "Hey, I'm only talking to my son." The
I'm
son.
sorry about that. I've been called to help referee the disturbance,
So
and I'm going to do that.
I felt that this woman sat there on her cart and was a very intimidating presence. She herself, hey, good call, yeah, hollering at the refs. It was a non-issue until it was a parent or somebody else, and then she came zooming around. So she's sitting there just waiting and creating tension, and to sit and follow this man out when he said, hey, I'm going to leave, I don't want an issue. So why she felt it was necessary when he voluntarily left of his own accord to avoid an issue, she felt was, I'm still going to call the cops on you.
She can do that.
Which, you know what I mean?
I do. She can do that. That's allowed.
But he had already said, hey, I don't want an issue, and I'm going to leave.
It's still okay.
So,
It's okay.
so that's all. I'm
It'll be
just,
okay. We'll take care of it. It'll be
I don't,
okay. All right.
I'm not going to speak with your phone.
yeah, that's convenient.
Okay, well, I need to talk to her.
So,
No, he's good with it. This would be an argument.
It is.
That's it. That's all it is.
Hey, have a great day.
You all done? I don't have any reason to detain you.
Yes, sir.
No, and I didn't want anything like that done.
I want to make sure,
Oh, it's right down here. I'm fine. Yes, sir.
You ride or anything?
No, I'm good.
am I okay to walk you to your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
All right. Okay, let's continue on. Now, in this video here is 45 seconds, and it'll give you more of a feel of what is going down.
I wasn't talking to you. You say don't talk to your refs. I don't talk to them. I talk to my son, and I still get this from you.
He was standing next to me, talking to his son, and this lady decides to butt in somehow, and is now calling the cops because he was talking to his son.
You can leave too. Videotape yourself as you're walking out.
You're going to have to move me. The cops are going to have to move me. Now she's calling the cops on everybody. It's funny how everybody on this team has been kicked off this field because this lady, she's got some little rat that's going to her yapping, and then now she's kicking every parent from Oakleaf out.
All right. So, I don't want that to pop up. Okay, I have another little over 4-minute video, and this is the 911 call. We don't get to hear these too often.
Yeah, I need a sheriff's department person, 210 Davis Park Road immediately. I've got issues with parents on a soccer game.
210 Davis Park Road?
Yep.
And what's going on?
I have parents that are out of control and need to be removed from a youth soccer game.
And it's 2 parents?
Yep.
Male and female?
Male is leaving. The female refuses to go. So I need the sheriff's department to come and escort her out.
Okay, are there any weapons?
What?
Are there any weapons?
No.
Okay. Has there been any drinking or drugs that you may think have been involved?
Couldn't tell.
Okay. And where are they?
We're at the soccer complex. I need somebody here immediately.
This is not slowing down my dispatching. They're going to be dispatching as I'm asking questions.
Bad real fast.
Okay, I completely understand. As I'm talking to you, they are going to be dispatching this.
All right.
Okay, and where did you say the male went?
He's walking towards his car now.
What kind of vehicle does he have?
That I can't tell because I'm staying at the soccer field because of the parents that won't leave. Because I'm afraid there's going to be issues. Oh, now the dad's coming back. I need somebody here now.
I have 2 deputies going out there, ma'am.
Thank you.
No problem. How did this start?
Soccer game. Youth soccer game. Rec soccer game. Not World Cup.
Okay, and your name? You said...
Yes.
And last name? Okay, and a contact phone number for you? And you said you're at the soccer complex, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there more than one soccer complex, or is there just one?
There's only one. Come all the way back into Davis Park.
Where are you at in the soccer complex?
I'm at the far back field. So they need to pull into the dirt parking lot and come all the way down. And then they'll see the youth soccer game. So pull through the
dirt parking lot?
At Davis Park. When you come through Davis Park and you get to the very end of the parking lot, there's another opening that leads into the dirt parking lots. That's where they need to go.
Okay, has it been verbal or has it also been physical?
So far, just verbal.
Okay. And who are they getting verbal with?
Me.
Okay. Are they standing in front of you or by you?
Well, one's walked away, one is still standing next to me.
Okay.
Oh, now she's yelling at me. Oh, now she just cussed at me. And this is happening in front of kids and children, small children as well as the kids on the field.
Okay.
In fact, she has 2 small children next to her that she's cursing in front of.
Is that her in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she next to you by any chance?
She's a little ways away. I really do not want to go next to her.
No. That's why I wanted to make sure.
Excuse me? Excuse me. I just have people come and taking pictures of me.
Okay. Who are the people that are taking pictures?
I have no idea. This mom just walked up and took a picture of me.
Another mother or that mother?
Another mother.
Okay.
I need the sheriff's department here now.
Ma'am, this isn't slowing down the dispatching. We do have 3 deputies coming to you. I'm staying on the phone with you for your safety. I do show that there is a deputy on scene. Do you see the deputy?
No, I don't.
Okay. Once you see the deputy, let me know, okay?
All right.
Okay. I do show that he's at the park.
I see him now.
You see him now? Okay, I will let you go speak with him.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, my royal family. I thought that was necessary to play that because we don't often hear the 911 calls. And I can see the picture here. They didn't give this cow a cart and a title. And she done lost her damn mind. And what pissed her off is she didn't like the brother's tone and she made it more than what it is. It was a teachable moment for his son. He didn't like the ref's call, and the father was letting his son basically know that, you know, even though you don't like the call, the ref was fair. And, you know, the contradiction here in America when it comes to black fathers, they want to, in this country, dictate how a father is supposed to raise their children and how to talk to their children. And I noticed that too, because this is how this system gets down. They want to basically govern your bedroom if they had an opportunity. We're just talking about us. And I have noticed that most of my life, when black fathers are fully invested and fully involved in their children's lives, the narrative that's put out there, if he's very strong and disciplined in his children, he's a monster. Look at how they talk about Joe Jackson, you know, a monster. I was watching an interview earlier today with Tito Jackson, and they always slipping in something about their father. They all love their father. I even heard them even ask Janet about her father. They love their father. And the contradiction also is in America, they say we can't discipline our children, but they'll shoot them within 3 seconds. Now, when it comes to unquote corporal punishment, sometimes children need it. Sometimes they don't. You know, I'm not advocating just to well down on a child, but still you got to let them know, I will possibly go there. And some of them behind whippings have saved me. So that's the other thing, the narrative that I'm picking up in this particular situation. And then the other narrative that I'm picking up is in America, they want a black man not to embrace his full nature. They want him to be docile and weak-willed. And then he has to go into, like this brother here speaking, he has to go into a whole nother mode just to save his ass. Because the energy that I picked up on those cops, they were considering. So trust and believe, when they pull up, they are highly considering or looking for a way to lock us up or basically kill us, because most of them get away with it on a very high 90% level. And the supremacists that make these frivolous phone calls, they know it. They live by the code. They die by the code. But I'm seeing that there are some aspects where they can't get on code once they are fully busted in their ill behavior. And I called this one. I said, this ain't gonna stop. This ain't gonna never stop. As long as they have any air in their body and they feel an inkling or whatever they may feel about us, they're gonna keep making these calls. And these encounters that these police are making, say it's one of our royal sons. That's that righteous of passage that I talk about, where this is how they're being introduced into manhood by encountering the police. And black folks overall, but especially our black men, because they get messed with more. But the uptick is also going on the sisters. Brothers have to know how to articulate themselves and talk their way out of a lot of situations. It's like we are put in the position to defuse the situation, because we don't know the psyche of these folks. They fully armed up and trusting to believe, depending on how they feel that day. We don't know what they may do. So we have to pick up on vibes and bring it down. And they are the professionals. Isn't that ironic? And I'm not going to lose sight of what the pig said. You can make any kind of calls you want on these niggas. We are the slave catchers, and we will set these niggas straight, even on the most frivolous phone call. That's pretty much it, my royal family. So anyway, and the last part. I did read a little bit of this yesterday, and then I read it today too as well. There's been some concern about the names that we are giving these people that make these phone calls on us. Because this one instantly was, dubbed Golfcart Gail. And I can fully understand that that's making light of the situation, because the situation could be quite deadly. And sometimes I even have a tendency to use humor. I don't take nothing light when it comes to our lives. So, yeah, we do need to be fully careful not to make this a satire about our lives. And so that's what is resonating with that particular message, that we're giving these people these titles, and then it's the butt of jokes. So we have to emphasize, even if we choose to use the name, that we're not taking none of this light. Like I'm on this Miss Piggy shit. I'm not taking it light at all. Light at all. But I was telling my husband, every once in a while I'll put up a bit of humor, because one day I was watching some of my videos and they were so intense, and I said I didn't realize I was projecting that. So sometimes I'll throw humor in it, sometimes from not even crying, because I have done videos where I've literally just broke down, and some of these videos that I do affects me. I had to step away from it because of the injustice in America, the atrocities that we have to deal with in this system, the continuous subjugation in this system. And when you start digging into these articles, we have to pick and choose what we want to present to the royal family. Some of them I pass on. Some of them are just too hardcore for me to deal with, because you take it on and you get familiar with it, and it's like, wow, the injustice. And then you're rooting on because you want a favorable outcome. And that's when I say, wherever the story lands, that's where it lands. I want to have the best outcome, but it's not always the best. And I have to back off. So let's just keep that in mind, that even though we may give it a name, or whoever gave it a name, the same intensity, because based on what I have read from the royal family, even if we dub them these names, oh, y'all giving them that work. Oh, yes, y'all are. So continue to render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.